This is a special presentation of college football, brought to you by News Channel Nebraska.
And welcome to Al Papik Field in Crete, Nebraska. Saturday afternoon football coming your way on NCN as the Doane Tigers host number 20 Dordt. Brendan Axum and Andy Klassen with you. An absolutely beautiful day here in southeast Nebraska in Crete, and it is the end of the gauntlet for Doane in terms of this is the third game in a row that they have played a ranked opponent. And at least if you're looking at the bright side of things, this is the lesser of the three ranked opponents you have played in the past 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, they hosted Morningside, fell 56-14. Last week, they went on the road to Northwestern. They got shut out 38-0. But now they're back home, and they have number 20 Dordt, and a chance, if they win, to get back to 500. The Tigers currently at 1-2.
Yeah, but don't sleep on the defenders. They are a rushing juggernaut, churning out over 300 yards per game. We'll talk about that a little bit more in detail a little later on in the broadcast. And you hit the nail on the head. This is a beautiful weather, 73 degrees, sunny. We have a high sky and just a very light south breeze coming out of that south end zone.
Now looking at the defenders, they have one loss, sort of in an anomaly loss. First game of the season to Midland. They had a very big lead, ended up blowing it, lost 25-24. So that's sort of a little blemish on their schedule, but since that week 1 defeat, 61-10 over Hastings and 27-7 victors over Concordia.
Yeah, and that opening loss to Midland, that might have been a wake-up call, or, you know, kind of when you tug on Superman's cape, you're told don't do that. The defenders were winning 17-0 with 7 minutes left to go, and somehow let that one slip away, lost by 1 point. But since that point in time, they've been on a mission, and we talked about their rushing attack, so hard to defend, and they have some weapons to utilize throughout that rushing attack, starting with that big offensive line.
Glad you're with us here for Saturday afternoon football on NCN. We'll return with more pregame coming up shortly.
You're watching the pregame show, brought to you by Ken's Use Safe Pharmacy in Crete, a Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
The picture's really clear, you know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
After a big game, lots of kids show up in my office and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it. Whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers, from classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one will take a bite of what's yours.
Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
And the Tigers coming out onto the field here, and they have the task at hand to try to take down number 20 Dordt. Always a great scene, though, here at Al Papik Field with the flags, the pageantry, and the team huddle before taking the field.
It really is, and the table is set here for the Doane Tigers to take advantage of a situation here where you're getting the end of a really tough run. You have a ranked team at home, but you still feel like you can pull this one off. You have enough tape on Dordt to try and figure out how to kind of stymie and deal with their rushing attack, and I think the Tigers have the defenders, the defense to do just that.
It'll certainly be an interesting one to watch play out. Again, Dordt 1 point away from being undefeated. The Tigers sitting at 1-2 on this season as they return here to Al Papik Field for the second time.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy, Brandon. That's not what I'm implying. I'm expecting a lot from the defensive backs here today for Doane in run support. The free safeties, strong safeties, they're going to roll up. They're going to have to allow the corners to play a lot of man-to-man on the edge. Let the chips fall where they may out there, but there's going to have to be all hands on deck to try and stop this high-octane rushing attack from the Dordt University defenders.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups here. First off for the home team Tigers, and Zach Witters, the fifth-year player, converted point guard to QB. He had some struggles last week, got taken out for a couple of series. They got him back in. They feel that he is the right guy to lead this offense. Frazee Wynn is your running back, and you have your most talented receiver, Celestine, your best deep threat.
Yeah, and you also have number 8, Adam Wasserman. He's a nice complement from that running back, H-back position.
Now looking at that Tiger defense, Joaquim Robinson, Homolka, and Barbazon, they are the strength of this defense. They are going to need to all three have big games. The whole unit, as you mentioned, in run support, really going to be tested against this triple option attack.
Yeah, they really are. Bates, Brown, Michael, they're going to have to roll up from that shell coverage and help out in run support.
Now taking a look at this Dordt offense led by Tyler Reynolds, Anthony Trojan, the leading rusher, Levi Jungling, a very talented receiver as well. And they like to spread the ball around. It's not necessarily just one bell cow, but a couple of guys that they'll get the ball to in this option attack.
Right, and if they can just hang in there and limit the rushing attack and force Reynolds to pass the ball, especially down the field, there's going to be some opportunities for some turnovers to be created.
And on the defense for the defenders, gotta like the names Vanderberg, Van Kerkricks, and got all those 2- and 3-syllable three-namers, but they are all very, very talented. You look at, what this unit has allowed. Aside from that game, again, the 25-point loss, just 10 points against Hastings and 7 against Concordia. They are solid across the board.
Yeah, great team speed up and down that starting defensive roster there for Dordt University.
Let's take a look at our key players. Zach Witters, the quarterback, hoping for a bounce-back game. Coaches love the fact that he's a team leader. He uses that starting point guard sort of skill set and has it translate here on the football field.
Special talent, very smart player, not only in basketball, multiple years starter, but transferred over to play football from the quarterback spot. And, that's pretty tough going against number 2 Northwestern, saying you had a tough game. Most quarterbacks do have a tough game.
Anthony Trojan, the leading rusher, just shy of 300 yards on the season. The junior, very talented, averaging 7 yards a tote.
Yeah, and you can look at him right there. Look at those thighs. I mean, that's a powerful runner right there. Great burst as he breaks through that initial line into the second level. He's a handful.
Well, it is time to enjoy the game. This message brought to you by United Healthcare, where small towns matter. Saturday afternoon football on News Channel Nebraska. The Tigers hosting number 20 Dordt, here for your viewing pleasure.
All right, once again, just a terrific atmosphere at Al Papik Field. Big crowd, big home crowd on hand.
We are underway. And return up the sideline. Pushed out near the 20, which is where the defenders will start their opening drive of the contest.
It looked like Jungling could have maybe allowed that one to bounce outside or, you know, go out of bounds. He took the safe bet there and recovered it, which, you know, maybe he took matters into his own hand, didn't allow the coverage team to get down there and make a play had something gone wrong.
You have a motion. There's that triple option, not tricking the Tiger defense there on the handoff.
Trojan on the carry.
Nowhere for Trojan. Well, this first quarter brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. And actually a loss on the play on that first carry from scrimmage.
Yeah, so right away you saw outside linebackers and safeties come up and run support. Now it's going to have to be a reoccurring theme here.
This time the play fake and the pass. It wasn't near anybody, so a chance for this Doane Tiger defense to get off the field. A 3rd and long upcoming.
And you saw Reynolds kind of lost the handle there. That one flying to the crumb rubber into the what used to be into the dirt. That's where I think Doane can have some success here. Force the defenders to move the ball through the air.
And there's pressure, look out! A railroad track is knocking you off, and that is Riley Homolka, my goodness.
Did you see him on his feet? We had a real good angle at that, and he was able to skirt around a guy, do a kind of a swim move around another, and lay the lick on for the sack. Oh, and it happened in a hurry. But that's a bad scenario, though, for Dordt, when they're going to put a running back one-on-one versus a guy like Homolka.
That look brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital and Husker Rehab, and that is exactly what you are hoping for if you're the Doane Tigers. And the punt is into the blocking player, and this will be taken in for a score. Cooper Bates. How about that to start things for the Tigers?
Young man out of Wilbur, Nebraska comes up key. Johnny on the spot, scoop and score off the block punt. You couldn't have asked for a better start for the Doane University Tigers. 3 and out, punt block, scoop and score. Good look at it right there on the BCH replay. And the Tigers, they are fired up right now and with good reason to be.
My, oh my, the Tigers with a 6-0 lead and a chance to make it 7 early on here at Al Papik Field. And they do just that. The Tigers came ready to play today, 7-zip on top of number 20 Dordt here in Crete. Don't go anywhere.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
Well, Andy, let's get another look at this one, shall we?
Yeah, it was just great penetration. Heathoff pushes the up back into the punter, and then right there to scoop it up was Cooper Bates as he stumbles into the end zone. Huge, huge play on special teams early on. Tigers couldn't have asked for a better start.
And again, to your credit and what you pointed out, Riley Heidoff, the one forcing that whole thing to happen. Cooper Bates with the TD, and the Doane Tigers are kicking back to this Dordt offense.
Yeah, and Trojan, player we highlighted in the pregame, has had a tough start to this game. He was also the guy who got beat for that big sack by Homolka. You can't put all that on him. He was a little outmatched there, giving up some size. But on that last one, he might have been lined up a little too far back as Hythoff was able to run him right into the punter's leg for that block.
Well, Dordt will start from their own 25. Another handoff. And we mentioned the fact that they mix in several running backs. That one was Carter Shebout with the carry.
Yeah, I would expect a heavy dose of running here from the defenders, especially trying to work the edge, going off tackle.
Another play fake and not much there. Maybe a pickup of 1 for Reynolds.
And that is a good opportunity, you know, second and medium to sprinkle in a pass, especially if the defense, you know that they're thinking run. But so far, that pass defense has been able to hold its own for the Doane Tigers.
Third and short. And Reynolds keeps it, pitches, and nowhere to go for Trojan. A 3 and out. And you have Ryan Michael very fired up. I was gonna say, you need to be careful. You almost could have potentially gotten a taunting.
Yeah, he didn't need to stand over the top here, but that's twice now that he's come up huge. That first 3 and out, he came up on run support and cleaned up a run after the initial pressure. That time, perfect execution. Homolka accounted for the cornerback, then you had the outside linebacker rally up and take out the running back.
So what looks like a second 3 and out on the first 2 possessions of the game for number 20 Dordt. That was a low snap. Ball does get away. Fielded by Celestine.
Celestine on the return.
Gets a short gain. He was brought down by Bryce Christian.
Yeah, still kind of a dangerous scenario there for Celestine to field that one, but you saw the alignment on that second punt from Dordt University. Got wider in their alignment, didn't allow for any of the blockers to get pushed back into the punter.
Well, a reminder that this broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Crete Area Medical Center with clinic locations in Wilbur and Friend. Witters will keep this. He gets to the outside, cuts it up, and a big pickup on first down for the quarterback as he gets the Tigers deep in Dordt territory.
We told you, do not sleep on Zach Witters, the first-year starter at quarterback. He's a fifth-year senior, got that extra year of eligibility, came over from the basketball team, multiple-year starter, all-conference caliber player on the basketball team, but he hasn't forgotten how to play football. Sneaky fast.
Ball on the 29. And Witters with plenty of time. He's throwing into coverage. That was a dangerous ball.
That was well defended there from Dordt. You had free safety Jalen Placid just sitting back waiting for that one. Staying over the top, not allowing anyone to get behind him.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Wasserman motions to the backfield. There's the option. Frazee Wynn, nowhere to go. That was well defended.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, Witters had no choice but to pitch that one out, but there was multiple defenders waiting for the pitch on Wynn.
So 3rd and 14.
I do like the motion. There's usually multiple options on each and every play for the Tigers. However, it's slow developing and it allows these defenders to read their keys and rally up.
Witters has an open Wasserman who's unable to make the catch. It would have been a tough first down pickup. But this is kind of your, I don't know, no man's land a little bit.
Yeah.
Punt, kick the field goal, go for it.
Right, and had Wasserman made that catch, now you're looking at like a 42-yard field goal, you know, versus a 50-yarder. You also cut the distance in half, so maybe you do want to roll the dice and go for an early 4th down conversion, but not picking up that 8 or 9 yards puts you in a very obvious punting situation.
So Mason Krause will punt this one away. High hanging one, and it's just a couple yards too deep. Touchback.
Dordt will have the football, 1st and 10.
A reminder, this broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to City Bank and Trust, a full-service bank dedicated to providing personalized banking services to individuals and businesses in Crete and Lincoln. City Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Yeah, and since that punt kind of sailed a little bit there on Krause, that only was a net 20-yard punt. Giving up a lot of yardage there, letting that one sail into the end zone.
A couple of yards there on 1st down.
Who was that at the top of your screen there? Really, really nice job. Was that Gooch Jr. fighting through a block to bring that the quarterback, Reynolds, down. That's going to have to be something that happens each and every play because they're going to test the edge constantly here this afternoon.
And actually, that is the freshman, Cade McDaniel, who's now in at quarterback as he hands that one off. Not sure if it's an injury situation. It didn't look, or I didn't seem to see anything that suggested Reynolds was banged up, but we have the freshman quarterback currently under center.
Well, regardless of the scenario, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I like the change regardless.
Now McDaniel rolling out. And he tries to cut it up. Not much there. That's Michael again.
Michael is having himself a game thus far. And you see how he set back in his coverage, set back in his zone. And then when the quarterback committed to the run, that's when he jumped it. Beautiful open field tackle.
So 2nd, 8 yards here for the defenders. Option for McDaniel, and he's just going to take it. And pick up about 3 more to make it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, your prototypical money down here, 3rd and 5. You know, Dordt would love to try and run the ball here, but they're getting lined up in shotgun stack formation up top.
Option pass. And there's a wide open receiver in Trojan who is across midfield.
Trojan did a really nice job disguising what he was doing. It looked like he was going to stay in for pass protection, leaked out. Found a real soft spot in the middle of that defense. Nice conversion there for the defenders, picking up that 3rd and 5.
This time a handoff, and it's bounced outside. Michael with a shoestring tackle.
Oh, if Michael had not brought Trojan down, he would have had room to run. Might have got to that sideline.
Just under 7.5 to play in the opening quarter. And hit as he throws. It is picked off. That one was floating, and Dante Wiggins was there to catch it.
Wiggins looked like a center fielder there in baseball, had his arms out and everything, tracking this one down. And it was the late pressure that got home that forced the wayward throw. Good on the Doane Tigers, forcing turnovers through their special teams and defensive units here in this 1st quarter.
So far, this Dordt offense having issues with this defensive unit of the Tigers. Now they have a long way to go now on the offensive end. Ball on the 6. But you'll certainly take it.
I was going to say, you ask head coach Chris Bessler, I bet he would tell you, we'd rather have the ball right now.
Dordt showing pressure up the middle. Wynn gets a few.
Only a couple, but I like the confidence there shown in this offensive unit. Willingness to run in between the tackles. Seemingly when Dordt has a feeling you're going to try and run it up the gut and give yourself some breathing room, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, you're still able to get positive yardage.
This time, not much there.
Perhaps back to the line of scrimmage, not much more than that.
That'll bring up third down, 7-0 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
So Dordt University, when they were facing a 3rd and 5, did a really nice disguise package, allowing the running back to leak out. I wonder if Doane's going to dial up a similar type of play, knowing that they have some serious talent in Wasserman and Wynn, both great pass catchers in that backfield.
Wynn motions out of the backfield, trying to set up the screen, and that did not fool Dordt whatsoever.
Yeah, and they did look up Wasserman on the bubble screen. But as he was trying to cut into the middle of the field, a whole host of Dordt defenders were waiting for him.
Punter is number 1, Mason Krause. Punt returner, number 15, Nathan Kabongo.
So Krause will punt this one away. Kabongo is back to return.
Kabongo's another one of those names on that defense. You're talking about the Vandenberg, the Van Ruggenmoor. I mean, we got some good names back here.
And that one's fielded right at the 49. Decent return there for Kabongo.
It really was, and made a couple guys miss, but I thought he had a lot of field to work with had he cut to his left. Kind of cut back into where the coverage was, but I guess that's also where his blockers were at, and it was probably a return right, a return to the top of your screen.
So this defender drive will start on the Tiger 39.
Just about to say, oh, excuse me, Brandon. I was just about to say Dordt University's defense, came up big. They're forcing a 3-and-out after the turnover, getting the ball back with good field position to their offense. And here we go, the defender's offense going backwards right away.
So 5 yards backwards, as you mentioned, on the false start. And so how does that work, Andy? You aware, where is it a neutral zone infraction, or if you get back and you weren't drawn to move, or what the fine line is on how you determine that?
The defense can get back as long as the ball's not stopped. Now, if they're in the neutral zone, the ball is snapped, it's offsides.
And we have what appears to be our third quarterback in here for the defenders. That's Ethan Thomas now taking snaps.
Cool, Ethan Thomas out of Fort Worth, Texas. And yeah, we've seen a trio now of quarterbacks from Dordt University. It just kind of feels like Coach Penner is looking for the right concoction here to get this offense kind of a spark, get them rolling.
Thomas hands this one off. Pickup of 2. It'll still make it a 3rd and long for Dordt.
When we know how aggressive head coach Chris Bessler and also defensive coordinator serves as defensive coordinator for the Tigers, loves to dial up the pressures in this type of scenario. Has a lot of confidence in his coverage guys on the back end. Loves to bring the pressure with those linebackers and defensive ends.
Thomas lets it fly and hits his receiver. Nice catch.
Boy, that was a nice catch and a well delivery from Thomas. snuck that one in a window. That was tight coverage. Gooch Jr. was all over the receiver.
That is Eli Bolden making the reception. We're now under 4 to go in the opening quarter. Thomas keeps it on the option.
Nice move.
Takes a hard hit, but to your point, yeah, he got quite a bit out of something that looked like he didn't have much space to work with.
Yeah, he was dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage, made a little juke move left and cut underneath a couple of defenders. About a 7-yard gain there, 6-yard gain on first down. As you said, making something out of nothing.
Handoff, and whistle blown. That's Nick Wellen, his first carry.
And we had Ryan Michael rally up from that outside linebacker spot. Getting a lot of work in here. And we said in the pregame, these outside linebackers, strong and free safeties, there's going to be a lot of pressure on them here today.
Now a handoff to Shebout, who he's going nowhere. That was Ty Barbazon stopping that run in its tracks.
Barbazon decleated the running back, actually picked him up and set him back down. They had a little meeting right in the middle. But it was good for the first down.
So now Trojan back in. Not only seeing several quarterbacks, several running backs, a lot of personnel shifting and tinkering going on here by the defenders. It's time to hand off to Trojan. He's across the 10.
Yeah, you just kind of get the feeling that head coach Joel Penner for Dordt University is just seeing some tendencies on the offensive side that he's not really wild about. So he's going to be rotating in running backs and quarterbacks until he finds something that he likes.
Up the middle again, the defenders are threatening. That was Shebout on the carry.
Yeah, and rotating in multiple running backs, that is part of the offensive attack for the defenders. So no surprise there that Shebout is getting a good number of carries early on here, as is Trojan.
Option keeper. And in there for the score, Ethan Thomas, the third quarterback, scores the first touchdown for Dordt.
Well, and that was a patient run there from Thomas. He was kind of holding that ball up around his shoulder pads, and it looked like there was an opportunity for a play to be made, but he just kind of hung in there, waited for an additional block to be laid, and then he just kind of fell backwards into the end zone. It was only a run for a yard or two, but that was a really good-looking patient run there to get into that end zone for Ethan Thomas.
Kick is good. So late in the first, number 20, Dordt gets on the board and ties things up. 7-7 your score. You're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
Incredible care, incredibly close. Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center.
The Beatrice Community Hospital has always been here for you and your family, and now they're here for you even more with the Express Care Clinic on Sargent Road in Beatrice. You can get treatment 7 days a week for non-emergent illness and injury for children, adolescents, adults, and older adults. It's new, well-staffed, and ready when you need it most.
Incredible care, incredibly close. Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years, and they're looked upon as local hometown hero for, you know, maybe just for that one time, but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're happy to be a part of that as well. So, you know, highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska.
Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you. 7-7 ball game at Al Papik Field. The Tigers will see if they can answer following that defender touchdown.
Yeah, good on Dordt University, taking full advantage of another short field to operate with. And you feel like something just kind of started to click there as Ethan Thomas entered the game at that quarterback position. As you mentioned, the third quarterback we've seen for the defenders' offense thus far.
So LJ Butler, currently the running back in the backfield for the Tigers. 1st and 10, ball on the 28. This one handed off to Wasserman, and he goes down. Drew Dahm with the tackle.
Too much, just too much penetration up front right now for the defenders. Dordt doing just a phenomenal job shooting their gaps, disrupting the play before it even really has a chance to develop.
So 2nd down handoff. And nice little move. We'll bring up 3rd and manageable.
That really was Butler doing a good job with that sidestep, allowing a linebacker to blow by him, and brings up, as you mentioned, a very manageable 3rd down here. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 scenario.
17 seconds remaining and counting. Nowhere to go. So the Tigers look like they will be punting on 4th. 5 seconds and the clock ticking. That should wind it down to the 1st.
Yeah, Vandenberg really blew that play up for the defenders. Butler tried to bounce it outside, but there was multiple Dordt University defenders waiting for him as he made that move.
1 quarter in the books. We'll be back with the 2nd. Well, the kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. Tigers will start this one on their own 25.
All right, and if I'm a Tiger fan, I really want to see a drive here out of my offense. You got to help your defense out. They hung tough after giving up a couple of plays, but forced a field goal attempt, field goal made, only down by 3. Throughout that entire first quarter, Brandon, this Tiger offense only generated 1 first down. You got to put together a drive, give your defense some much-needed rest. Only down 3 right now.
3 wide here on 1st down for Doane. We'll see if they opt to go to the air or keep it on the ground. Witters is looking to pass. And incomplete. Trying to find Jeremiah Payne on that one.
Payne was pleading his case, saying he went down and got it. Official not agreeing with him. We'll get a good look at it here. And can't really make an argument either way.
Beatrice Community Hospital, Husker Rehab giving us that instant replay. 2nd and 10. And Witters trying to reverse the field and still alive for the time being.
Oh.
I honestly, Andy, I don't know how he got away from that.
I don't either. I kept thinking, just go down, just go down. You've already lost 5 yards. You already lost 7 yards. And he circled back, and it looked like he delivered a ball that could have been caught. I mean, he put it to where only his guy could catch it. Still, I'm impressed that there wasn't a sack there.
So 3rd and 10. Here you go, Andy, trying to avoid that 3 and out, like you said, get a sustained drive going. And that will not do it.
Pass
Well, a reminder that this broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. Get the insight to your new favorite drink at Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, located on East Highway 33 in Columbus. Fisher Beer, Wine, and Spirits is all you need to know.
Well, the Tigers were fishing for another first down there and couldn't come up with it, Brandon. As you saw, a pass hit Butler right in the hands. He couldn't come up with it. Even had he come up with a catch, it looked like it was a lot of defenders waiting for him.
And that punt was nearly blocked.
See, and here we go, another short field for Dordt University to work with.
Right at midfield. And so Doane's offense, or rather Doane's points, coming from a blocked punt, scoop and score. And they're just trying to figure out how to get the offense to move the ball. Just under 10 minutes to play before half. And we have McDaniel in at quarterback. And he's trying to stretch the field and is swallowed up.
I got to tell you, head coach Chris Bessler has got to be so proud of his defense, especially the back seven. That was play action, easy to bite on first down. He had all the time in the world after the play action, and then look at the discipline from those linebackers, not taking the cheese early on in the play, but rallying up and still recording a sack.
McDaniel tripped up by Heidoff in the backfield.
And that's just Heidoff beating his man one-on-one. Got paired up with Large, excuse me. Because he had that typical outside linebacker versus tight end, and he won that battle.
All right, third down. Tigers hoping to get off the field here. McDaniel rolling, and that is incomplete. And the defense does its job.
Wow, we are seeing some excellent defense, really on both sides of the ball, but I'm very impressed there with, Doane University. It just kind of feels like their defense has been on the field this entire half, able to force a 3 and out after everything was kind of going the way of Dordt University. That's a big 3 and out.
So Celestine back to return this one. And that turns out to be okay for Doane. Weren't quite sure when it first hit what the outcome was going to be.
Yeah, there's a couple question marks there. It looked like Celestine was running up to try and field it. It got by him, and then kind of looked like it might peter out and die at the 2-yard line. That was max protect. He had no bullets. All that Dordt was looking for was to get this one away and get it away cleanly. Did not want to allow another big momentum, game-shifting type of play through the special teams.
You have both Wynn and Butler alongside Witters. Handoff goes to Wynn.
Okay, so not a big gain, but I'll take it. I will take 4 and 5 yards a pop, especially if I'm going to try and work in between the tackles. And we have seen some success, limited success, but we have seen the Tigers able to move the ball at times, where they're trying to target the center of that defense.
And a low snap. And that's a tough break for Doane because that gain is erased, and now you have a 3rd and long.
Yeah, you just gave that yardage right back, and you didn't force the defenders to earn it. Got to take a play off and net 5 yards.
So under 7.5, we're just about the midway point of this second quarter. Dordt with the 3-point lead. And Witters takes a hit. Still standing, but only momentarily. Sack will go to Colton Vanderberg.
I don't know how he got out of the first one, but that just set himself up for another pop right here. How did he get out of that?
There's just too many white jerseys flying in there.
You just saw the different levels of the pressures there. You had the initial blitz, then you had some blocks finally getting beat, and it was just too much for Witters to overcome.
Punt returner number 15, Nathan Kabongo.
Kabongo with the fair catch at the 42.
And here we go again, Dordt University winning the field position battle. It just seems like after every, offensive drive, they just gain 15, 10, 20 yards in that field position battle. Both teams kind of punting the ball back and forth here in this second quarter.
Beautiful scene here at Al Papik Field. Can't beat that.
No. Call that a high sky. No clouds in the sky whatsoever.
The quarterback rotation continuing. Thomas back in there taking snaps. Hands this one off for a nice gain of about 5. Well, as most people who watch NCN know, we do college, but we also do a lot of high school. Coming up this Thursday, we'll tell you shortly. Flag coming in. And this one will be coming back. So about that game, Andy, Seacrest Field, Lincoln, Thursday, Millard West and Lincoln East, a top 10 battle. Be sure to tune in for that one. East is a fun team to watch. We've seen them a couple times. This will be the first time we see the Wildcats.
Hey, how about the talent that the Spartans have from that wide receiver position in particularly? I mean, I think everyone kind of agreed Lincoln East had some talent, and they're going to be a tough team to go toe-to-toe with, or they're going to give teams problems. But they're starting to stack up the wins here, and the rankings are starting to show that.
Coming off a dominant performance over Lincoln Southeast this past weekend. So tune in Thursday at 6:45. We'll be there. Second down and 15. Plenty of time for Thomas, but doesn't know what to do. Extends the play and does a good job of throwing it away. I think, again, to your point,
elusiveness of these quarterbacks we've been seeing. I mean, Thomas should have been sacked on 2 separate occasions there. A lot of time. Once again, the back sevens holding up. That coverage has been there thus far for Doane University for their defensive efforts. But Thomas just kind of zipping in and out of pressure and getting himself out of trouble.
Now Thomas throwing it up, and that very well could have bbeen picked had Large not touched that with his hand.
Yeah, Large kind of turned into the defender down there, working that seam route. Boy, that looked like Wiggins the third. We had that one measured up for his second INT of the game.
Well, the defenders will be forced to punt this away.
And plenty of time here for the Tigers offense to put together a drive.
Takes a nice bounce for Dordt. This one won't be a touchback. And mark it at the 6.
Really does, and Jones did a really nice job of quartering that punt away from Celestine. The return man made him a very difficult catch. Celestine probably still should have got over there and fielded that one. Gave up about 6-7 yards in field position.
Well, Andy, is it about that time Tigers need to get that offense going? Is it happening on this drive?
I'm a Tiger fan. I sure am hoping so. I'll tell you that.
Well, we have a new quarterback. And it's Brendan Knapp, freshman who's taking snaps currently for the Tigers.
Out of St. Paul, Nebraska. And anyone that's tuned into high school football in Nebraska knows St. Paul has been tearing it up past couple of years, so no surprise that we're starting to see some of those players take their talents to the next level, the collegiate level.
This one handed off. Nothing for Wynn there on second down.
So another 3rd and long, obvious passing situation. If you got a play up your sleeve, you know, a bootleg, letting a tight end run free, something, but I got to have this first down. I don't want to give the ball back to Dordt University and allow them to punch a late touchdown in and take a 2-score lead into the break.
And throwing on the run, and that one is intercepted.
And I want to say that was Vaughn Martinez, the quarterback out of San Antonio, Texas.
Yep.
Also a freshman, but
also number 13.
Yeah.
So we got 2 freshman quarterbacks, but that is Martinez. He is the one who actually got some reps last week when they brought out Witters, and unfortunately, Andy, for him, he threw a couple picks then, and he's thrown another one just now.
Young man shook up as well as he took a shot, but I mean, that's kind of what you're asking for, bringing a freshman into that type of scenario where he's, you know, backed up against the wall, passing from his end zone under a lot of distress and trying to move while he's throwing the ball. You know, Patrick Mahomes, you're a Chiefs fan. You know, he makes it look so easy, and I think that kind of leads some fans to think that everyone can do it. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have elite footwork and elite arm strength, that is such a difficult thing to do, delivering a football down the field while you're moving your feet.
So as you mentioned, a very short field, ball on the 22 to start this drive. Not much there for Wellen. Gets maybe 2.
So you're leaning on your defense one more time here. I think if you know you're a Doane University fan, you're thinking to yourself, just force the field goal attempt.
There's time on the corner route and very close to a touchdown.
Boy, McDaniel did a nice job going through his reads. You had a 3-4 look, so it kind of felt like Doane was thinking pass, and you still had a receiver, Jungling, who we talked about in the pregame, able to settle down in the pocket in that zone defense. Good for a first down, 1st and goal here.
Ball on the 3. And that will be a touchdown.
Touchdown, number 22. Anthony Trojan.
Trojan in there, and it's 9-point lead, a 2-possession game for the defenders.
Well, and we talked about Trojan in the pregame too as a player to look out for, and there's the reason why. There was no doubt when he got that ball that he was going to break the plane and get himself into the end zone.
And the kick is good as well. Make it a 10-point lead for the defenders, 17-7. Defense leading to offense this time for Dordt as they take the lead. The Tigers will try to answer when we return.
Shop Columbus Motor Company during Jeep Adventure Days for that new vehicle. They have a great selection of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps for work or play, and Ram tough trucks that can handle any job you've got. And they have a 5-day money-back guarantee in case you're not completely satisfied. Stop by their dealership at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus or shop them online at columbusmotorcompanynE.com, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
How about that band, Andy? Every time we're here, they do not disappoint.
They don't. I love it. And we talked about the atmosphere, and of course the pep band's a big part of that. Okay, well, coming off the interception and the quick score, you have a scenario here where Doane has an opportunity to put together a drive. Let's get another look at the drum line there and the pep band, trying to energize their home team here. Get that home crowd back into it.
This broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to Crete Area Medical Center with clinic locations in Wilbur and Friend. Crete Area Medical Center. So Martinez, while he appeared banged up on that last third down, he will stay in there at quarterback. And he goes down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's just brutal. Head coach Joel Penner for the defenders. Stack in the box, had 6 defenders up on the line of scrimmage, and then just a straight bull rush right at the young quarterback.
So now Dordt trying, or rather wanting to get the ball back, so they're conserving clock. Timeout taken. We'll take a break as well. Just over 3 to go before halftime.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Coming out of the timeout, Martinez throwing it up there, and it is caught. Isaiah Celestine. Sometimes it's not easy, and he just, 500, throw it up and see who catches it.
I mean, I thought I heard a whack, 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 whack. But Celestine comes back to the ball, helps his quarterback out, makes a play off, and that's exactly right, Brandon. Sometimes you just got to put the ball up there and allow those playmakers to make plays.
It's not a lot of wind to mess with that throw, but the Tigers will take it. Now Butler takes on contact, gets a yard maybe.
Tackled by number 24, Bryce Christian.
Yeah, Butler, a powerful runner, able to break the first couple of tackles there, but then gets going sideways. Only picks up about a yard or so. That's still better than taking that tackle for loss.
Martinez on the run and unable to connect.
And, I like what they're doing with Martinez right now. They're allowing him to use his athleticism. They're trying to move the pocket. Dordt's moved into a 3-4 defense where they're only bringing 3 down linemen. They're still getting pretty good penetration even with those 3 down linemen. That's really forcing this young quarterback to make a decision in a hurry.
And Martinez taken down from behind, sacked by Drew Daum.
Daum just keeping that motor running out of McCook Lake, Nebraska with the late sack. And that's something that's going to come in time. Martinez is going to feel that, and he's going to have that internal clock, 1-1,000, 2-1,000. I got to get rid of it. I got to move.
So the timeout taken, Dordt will have just shy of 2 minutes to see if they can add to their lead. Now, if you're Doane, you are getting the ball to start the half, so you're clearly hoping here we're going to kick it back. Let's defense, let's buck up and go into halftime down 10.
Yeah, and this Doane defense has really played one heck of a good first half. Kind of had their backs up against the wall. A lot of short yardage, short field position type of scenarios thrown at them. And that last touchdown you really can't put on them, as it was an interception. And Dordt University took over basically in the red zone for that last score. Boy, I'm sounding like an old defensive guy, aren't I?
That's okay. We saw some former Doane greats being honored there quickly at the break. High hanging punt. That takes a very favorable Tiger roll.
Krause did a nice job getting that ball end over end, as you mentioned. The bounce goes the way of the Tigers. Going to be a long field now for Dordt University to try and cover here with less than 2 minutes to go.
Ball in the 18.
At the 18.
So quite a ways for the defenders to go. 72 yards if they want to drive the distance.
Well defended that time by the Tigers, stringing that run out. Minimal gain.
And on the crossing route, it's caught. Carson Brown with a reception, brought down in bounds.
How about the concentration there from Wilder? Looked like he tried to take off without the ball up the field. Is still able to kind of tap it to himself there.
And a catch by Large. Heidoff was just inches from breaking that up.
Yeah, Heidoff tried to make a play on the ball. Came up a little short. Good for our defenders, first down.
Clock still ticking, under a minute to go. And the ball is out. Ball on the ground. The defenders hop back on it.
Huge, huge play, even though Dordt University is able to recover it here. Still going to be a big time loss on the play.
And there's a timeout. So Dordt will take it.
And I think Dordt just wants to talk things over here. You got to imagine they want to try and get half the yardage back here on third down, then maybe take a shot down the field. And they're going over all these different scenarios in that huddle. When they'll want to punt, how they'll want to punt. And maybe if they have a blow up here on second down, they'll just try and kneel it out and get into the half. Not allow this Tiger defense, who's been very opportunistic here. Them and the special teams unit especially. The only score of the game here for Doane came through special teams. And you know there's a lot of defenders that line up and down and play a lot on that special teams unit.
Well, second and very long here for Dordt. 17-7 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard, helping you add value to every aspect of your operation. Check them out at auroracoop.com. There's a big completion and a first down for Brown, and the defenders quickly get to the line.
Brown doing a nice job knowing where the sticks were at. And here's a good look at a hurry-up offense here.
And so escaping the
Ouch.
rush and getting back to the line of scrimmage, Andy, that was nearly a 15-yard loss.
Really was. Tigers doing a nice job getting pressure with their fourth down linemen right now. I don't know how McDaniel got himself out of trouble on that occasion. Still brings up after the spike a 3rd and 10. Only 12 ticks left.
No timeouts. So if you go down in bounds, unless it's a first down, you're in trouble. That ball sails out of play. 4th down upcoming.
4th down, so, I'm kind of thinking McDaniel might utilize a rollout, come to the bottom of your screen, wide side of the field, just let one sail into the end zone and, kind of let the chips fall where they may, kind of take a free stab at it here.
Wind's picking up, and he does have it at his back. But he is hit from behind and goes down. And that'll pretty much do it for this half. There's 2 seconds on the clock, but what a play by the Tiger defense.
I'm telling you, that 4-man rush. Doane's usually in a 3-man front. They've shifted to a 4-man front, and big Jaquim Robinson out of Kearney, Nebraska gets home with a sack as time just about expires here in the 2nd quarter. Inspired ball. The defensive unit here for the Tigers here this afternoon.
So one final snap here before going into the locker room. And it's a kneel. So first half in the books. Number 20 Dordt will take a 10-point advantage into the break. Defenders 17, Tigers 7 here at Al Papik Field. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty of halftime highlights, scores, and analysis all on the way.
My name is Bruce Smith, and I'm the city manager for the city of Ogallala, Nebraska. In cooperation and partnership with MPPD, we went out for proposals for a new solar farm. And with that solar farm, it'll allow citizens to buy a portion of the farm just to say that they have green energy and that they're helping the environment. I'm big on technology and trying to stay on the leading edge of technology. They're just a great partner overall in this community and helping the people of our community every day.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech Program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech Program and become part of the Landmark difference.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
The new Zollner Ford Lincoln wants to wish our area sports teams the best of luck this season, along with students involved in the arts. Zollner Ford Lincoln supports our area students. Remember Zollner Ford Lincoln when you need service, tires, or looking to upgrade your current vehicle. Zollner Ford Lincoln, North Highway 77, Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service, because Ken's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
I just think it's an awesome opportunity. I mean, the kids love being on TV. I love being able to be showcased on TV that I'm supporting the local teams. And it's awesome that NCN can show the whole state what our local teams are doing. And I feel that's just an excellent benefit. I love that my advertising dollars reach even farther than Norfolk, Battle Creek, that my advertising can reach almost the whole state. You can't do that with a billboard or the local newspaper. You can't reach that far, so that's really exciting to me.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with a variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
We found ourselves not able to attend our grandson's ball games. Those schools were providing us opportunities to actually watch those games. And we are in the midst of watching a basketball game when all of a sudden the last 2 to 3 minutes were becoming slowed. And that's when I knew that there was something better that was going to be out there. Allo did a great job, and as far as we were concerned, it couldn't come fast enough. If you are considering looking at Allo, I would get on their list right away.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
People will travel for something unique and different. You build a business on relationships. And NCN has been able to build relationships with people in other communities across the state. And we strive to build relationships with our customers and tell them we do care and show them we do care. And by providing that information on NCN and putting it out there, the way our store looks, the way I communicate with people, I think it personalizes us and makes it real. And NCN is real.
And welcome back here at halftime, 17-7 your score. Brandon Axement, Andy Klassen with you. Your halftime is brought to you thanks to Crete Ace Hardware, the helpful hardware folks. Well, Andy, what do we got stat-wise now that we're thick into our halftime show?
Well, what jumps off the page to me are those first downs we were talking about. And we knew that Dordt had a high-octane rushing attack, and they picked up 13 first downs through their running game compared to the Doane Tigers that have only picked up 2 first downs through their rushing attack. And that's just not enough to get it done, especially when you're up against a ranked opponent, as we see here this afternoon with Dordt University, ranked 20th in the nation.
Well, and this pretty much goes hand in hand, but you talk about the lack of first downs. The defenders outgaining the Tigers 191-48.
Yeah, but turnovers are the ultimate equalizer. Doane blocking that punt early on, getting on the board, scoop and score, actually up 7-0 at that point in time. And then this stout defensive effort. One of those scores for Dordt was kind of a freebie, really short field, basically got the ball in the red zone. With that defensive game plan that's being pulled off right now by the Tigers and what they've done on special teams, that's really why they're still in this game. And if they can get just a little bit of life, circle the wagons, figure some things out here at the break on the offensive side, we could be in for a good game here, a good finish down the stretch.
Well, glad you're with us. Beautiful day at Al Papik Field. and it is halftime with Dordt leading the Tigers by 10. We will take a break. We'll come back. We'll have highlights, more analysis, and get ready for second half action. You are watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one will take a bite of what's yours.
Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Driving by on the highway, you'd never guess what this store holds. When you walk in, rest assured this small-town vet supply store has big city selection. There's a good chance if what you're looking for isn't in the back, they can order it for you. Luckily, you'll get the small-town friendly service and knowledgeable sales staff every step of the way. From vaccine help to renting a tux for your son's wedding. See the staff at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Valley Vet Supply.
Let's go places. We're ready. Cornhusker Toyota Honda is here, like we've always been, to help you get wherever you're going. Safely, of course. We've got great deals on our most popular models. Start here, just off Deers Avenue in Grand Island. No need to shop anywhere else. Selection, service, people you know and trust. Vehicles you can count on, time after time. Stop in today or start online at cornhuskertoyota.com and cornhuskerhonda.com.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Ken's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Ken and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Ken's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Ken's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Ken's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style? And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
The new Zollner Ford Lincoln wants to wish our area sports teams the best of luck this season, along with students involved in the arts. Zollner Ford Lincoln supports our area students. Remember Zollner Ford Lincoln when you need service, tires, or looking to upgrade your current vehicle. Zollner Ford Lincoln, North Highway 77, Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back to Al Papik Field. Currently at halftime, Dordt leading 17-7 here on News Channel Nebraska. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights brought to you by Crete Ace Hardware, the helpful hardware folks. And this is how the Tigers got on the board very early in the game. Opening drive for Dordt, 3 and out, punt block. Into the end zone goes Cooper Bates, and the Tigers feeling very good about things, taking that 7-0 lead. They're playing great defense, Andy. There's a pick as well.
Yeah, applying great pressure at the line of scrimmage, creating turnovers down the field.
The defenders do end up answering, though. That is Ethan Thomas, who takes it in for a 3-yard touchdown run. We're tied 7-7. Now early in the second quarter, Brett Zachman hits a 22-yarder to give the defenders the lead. And there's been some quarterback issues. Witter's running around for his life. We eventually would see a substitution, bringing in the freshman Vaughn Martinez right here. He throws a pick, and the defenders are able to eventually find the end zone again before half. Anthony Trojan punching it in.
Yeah, that was the big mistake of the half there. Vaughn Martinez scrambling, throwing that interception. But how about this play?
Isaiah Celestine would make the catch. Unfortunately for the Tigers, it wouldn't lead to points. And the defenders were trying to put more on the board before half. The Doane defense, as you referenced, playing a great game. It's really just been the Tigers have not been able to get anything going offensively, just 48 yards of total offense.
Yeah, and they're trying new things. You know, they're trying to find a spark through Martinez, but man, when he entered the game, that was a real tough spot for a freshman to come in, and then he makes the, you know, kind of the cardinal sin. You're moving to your left, and then you throw the ball back right, and you saw that receiver cut across late, but it was just so short. The only guy that could have made a play on it was a defensive back for Dordt University, and ultimately was an interception that turned into a quick touchdown.
Well, we are currently at halftime here at Al Papik Field. Just about 6 minutes to go before third quarter action. We'll take another break, come back and get ready for kickoff here in Crete.
The picture's really clear. You know, it's really close up, and you know, it's kind of professional, like you're watching ESPN.
After a big game, lots of kids show up in my office, and they're always talking about, wow, did you see that hit by so-and-so, or did you see that shot?
They really appreciate being able to see it. Whether they've got family that's out of town, they're able to watch it from afar, or even if the weather's not great.
And they're always so positive about our kids. They're positive about the officials and about the fans.
Is it time for something different? Then come out to Crete Ace Hardware, where you can view our selection of Magnum e-bikes with several different models to choose from. Your ride will be a breeze. Or maybe an IMAX scooter is more your style. And you can spice up your cookout with our large inventory of grills and smokers. From classic brands like Traeger and Weber to harder to find brands like Green Egg. Let our outstanding customer service find the right fit for you. Try something different at Crete Ace Hardware, located at 1025 Main Avenue, Crete, Nebraska.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one will take a bite of what's yours.
Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
Incredible care, incredibly close. Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center.
The Beatrice Community Hospital has always been here for you and your family, and now they're here for you even more with the Express Care Clinic on Sargent Road in Beatrice. You can get treatment 7 days a week for non-emergent illness and injury for children, adolescents, adults, and older adults. It's new, well-staffed, and ready when you need it most.
Incredible care, incredibly close. Beatrice Community Hospital and Health Center.
Nebraska towns, I think they've always just had a great yearning for their town and their history and their heritage and the successes they've had over the years, and they're looked upon as local hometown hero for, you know, maybe just for that one time, but it's something they'll never forget. And so we're happy to be a part of that as well. So, you know, highlighting the community and the people there. We get feedback from people who watch the games and see our name out there, and I know they appreciate it because their relatives back home will be able to watch the game, and that's a great reason for us to be tied together with News Channel Nebraska.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back here at halftime, 17-7 your score. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. It's perfect time, Andy. We're about 2 minutes until the start of third quarter action. To remind you to follow us on Twitter. At NCN Sports is the handle you want to follow. We tweet at it. We push out rankings, interviews, highlights, and sports stories from all across the state. At NCN Sports is what you want to follow.
My goodness, and how about that highlight package from our game last night? West Side and that offensive juggernaut rushing up and down the field against a formidable defense. You know, very opportunistic Grand Island defense, but that's a big reason why I like to follow us on Twitter's those highlight packages that would come out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights.
We also tweet out our high school and college broadcast schedule. The next game on our schedule is this Thursday. Top 10 matchup in Class A at Seacrest. Lincoln East and that high-flying offense taking on the Millard West Wildcats. Be there and tune in at 6:45 on NCN.
So kind of diving back into the tape of this game, really love the effort from the Doane Tiger defense, limiting this rushing attack from Dordt to only 2.4 yards per carry. That's phenomenal. I think if you would talk to the head coach Bessler, you know, if at the break you're limiting them to that type of an average, you would take that without a doubt. Then on the flip side, total offensive yardage here generated by the Doane offense, 48 yards, Brandon, 30 of which have come through the air.
And to that point, just 1.9 yards per play. This Tiger offense needs to figure out something here in the second half. Well, they have a chance to start this half off on a good note. They get the ball, and we are officially back underway here at Al Papik Field.
Just a big leg there from Brett Zachman. He's been booting the ball through the back of the end zone. I think just about every chance he's got here this afternoon. But yeah, hopefully the offensive coaching staff for Doane was able to, look at some tape there and put their heads together and kind of come up with an offensive game plan here to generate some offense.
They're opting to stay with the freshman Vaughn Martinez at quarterback. There's a quick screen pass to Celestine, and he can do a lot in the open field.
Okay, now I really like that offensive play call. High percentage pass, just a stop route for Celestine and let him make a guy miss. Gives the young quarterback some confidence in his passing game. That was his bugaboo last week. Now it was against the number 2 ranked Washburn, but he had a couple really, tough picks once he entered the game, and that's exactly what happened to him again here this afternoon.
And misfiring there. Looks like that was Andre Norman, the closest target.
And kind of a quick play, quick design to it, quick snap. I think the Tigers were trying to kind of catch the defenders sleeping a little bit.
So 2nd and 10, 4 wide. Win in the backfield alongside Martinez. And this time it's just dropped.
Yeah, Norman had his hands on it out of Littleton, Colorado. 5'10" sophomore. Looks like he tried to take off before he ultimately caught the ball.
3rd and 10 for the Tigers at the 35.
So Doane wanting to avoid a 3-and-out to start the half, needing 10 yards here.
Celestine to the bottom of your screen, man-to-man coverage.
And Vaughn, he has room to run. Flushed out of the pocket, and it'll be close.
I think he got it.
Great effort by the freshman.
Okay, but what I really like is how decisive he's being right now. It doesn't look like the game's too fast for him. Even on that pass on 2nd down, where he came up a little short, he made up his mind quick. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball.
Now
that time, pocket collapsed. He went up and picked up a first down with his legs.
4th down and 1, actually. They mark him short. Handoff does move the sticks. Wynn picking it up.
Wow, and it looked like Martinez changed the play at the line of scrimmage. That was a critical 4th down. Good tough running right up to gut to pick that one up.
So a good start here for the Tigers. They're now in defender territory. Back to Wynn for 2 more.
Seeing Wynn did a really nice job even before he completely got that handoff. He had to make an adjustment there. As Dordt's getting really good penetration with those 4 down linemen. I think that's why you're starting to see this Tiger offense try and move the ball through the air.
Martinez stepping up, trying to get out of trouble, but brought to the floor. And this time that was, what was that? 95, Sam Andrews, who wrapped him up.
And the pocket collapsed around the young Martinez. And you could tell he wanted to deliver that ball, but he did good, by him and his offense, just eating the sack and living to play 3rd down here.
And they try to set up the jailbreak screen for Butler.
They had it for a second. Vanderberg broke free, and as soon as he realized what was happening, he put his head down and ran back. They had it for just a brief moment. Good on Dordt during the play, making the adjustment, not allowing it to go for a big one.
Punt returner for Dordt, number 15, Nathan Camongo.
Well, this broadcast is brought to you in part thanks to City Bank and Trust, a full-service bank dedicated to providing personalized banking services to individuals and businesses in Crete and Lincoln. City Bank and Trust, member FDIC. As the defenders now have the ball.
Well, I think you're encouraged there if you're a Tiger fan. A couple first downs, saw a little grit. Martinez completing a couple passes. That's got to serve the young man well for his confidence.
McDaniel on the carry.
Short pickup there for McDaniel. And to your point, this Tiger defense has been playing well.
2nd and 9.
Yeah, they really have. We knew there was going to be a lot of pressure put on the outside linebackers and safeties, and they have answered the call here this afternoon.
And pressure right up the middle. I believe that was Ty Martinson stuffing the run.
Boy, just a phenomenal job by 1-5, filling the gap. Wrapping up. That's how you take those powerful backs down. You get lower than the lowest. Got his pad level lower than the running back. Good for the tackle right in the middle of the hole.
3rd and 8. Tiger pressure. Heidoff wraps him up, and he will be short. McDaniel, very elusive, but not quite enough.
He really is, but he didn't, multiply the problems. He just tucked it and ran right up the middle, and that was great coverage once again. Payne, Gooch Jr., everybody on the back end, not allowing any receivers to break free. No busted coverage.
This is a booming punt. Celestine forced to backpedal. And not much of a return. Good special teams play by the defenders there.
That was a booming punt. Celestine
tackled by number 82.
Had to kind of corral it off the turf, and he tried to make a move, but yeah, the coverage was there. Who was that? Number 17, Ryan Oliveira. Well, that's not an easy open field tackle.
Well, Andy, for the first time ever, the Husker Football Show is on News Channel Nebraska. You can tune in on Sunday nights and throughout the day Monday to get the latest insight from head coach Scott Frost. The Husker Show on NCN is presented by United Healthcare. So incomplete pass and almost picked off. Andy, I know Husker fans are, though, hoping that Scott Frost will be talking about a win tonight against the Spartans.
Boy, that would be a lot of fun. Spartans are playing really good ball thus far, got themselves ranked, and it just kind of looks like head coach Mel Tucker has really got things moving in the right direction for Michigan State as they were able to kind of pluck him out of Colorado. And I think a lot of Husker fans remember the problems he gave us up there as head coach, winning both times in Colorado and Lincoln back-to-back.
Martinez will keep it. Brought down at the 20.
3rd and 7 at the 20.
So another 3rd down facing the Tigers. Pressure coming. Gets it out to win. And that'll be enough for a first. Nice pickup.
Really was. Great design. Kind of looked like the offensive coaching staff for Doane felt that there was going to be a pressure from the bottom of your screen, so they just dumped a little pass right over the top with Wynn, running back out of Lincoln, Nebraska, who we highlighted in the pregame.
Back to the air for Martinez, and he finds Wasserman. Wasserman with a casual two-footed hurdle over a defender.
Just kind of seems like whenever Wasserman gets involved, he always kind of showcases his athleticism. Young man out of Fairbury. Whoop!
Again, for those who are unaware, he was playing quarterback last year. They decided to move him to this sort of tight end hybrid role receiver. Also can run the ball at times, and he makes plays. Speaking of plays, he had Martinez going for Celestine. We also have a flag here.
Celestine was trying to work back to the ball, and Jones interrupted his path back to the ball. And you can get the pass interference here. 15 yards, and I like that shot. I really like that shot Doane took to their burner and Celestine down the sideline.
So pass interference called on Mano Jones. That'll put the ball at the 43.
Nice and a little bit more confidence. It feels like there's a little swagger to this Tiger offense going 4 wide.
And that one nearly going the other way for 6. Whew.
And Martinez has got away with a couple now where he kind of puts the ball in harm's way and able to dodge another INT here.
That was Stoiz with the pass breakup. He had nothing but real estate in front of him. But no harm, no foul. Second down upcoming. On the play action was that Stoiz again. Back-to-back plays by the defensive back.
What a play. And he also had that with leverage where he had that left hand over top of the receiver and was able to dive in front with the right hand and knock it away. So here we go again, 3rd and long.
Here comes the pressure. Martinez steps into it and finds Celestine. And another Tiger first down.
And you know, if Martinez would have thrown that ball to where Celestine was working, that's where the defender was waiting for him. I don't know if he meant to, but he threw it behind Celestine. Celestine, with his athleticism and quickness, was able to make the adjustment, go back and get a huge first down. Going to get a good look at it here. Oh, what an adjustment.
And quickly to the line, and another pass complete. It's time to Andre Norman. The Tigers are driving here in the 3rd.
Norman working the sideline. Nice pickup of 8 yards there on first down.
And 1 at the 15.
Martinez evades the rush. He's in trouble. And he somehow gets it to win. What is this, some Brett Favre stuff? I think there still might have been a loss on the play, but still.
I think it was, and if, you always want to catch the ball and try and make a play there, but if Wynn was thinking where they were at, he would have just batted that one down. Instead, it's a loss of about 3 yards, but Martinez is a gamer, man. He is not going to allow a play to die.
Still 3rd and short. Need about 4. Pressure coming right up the middle. And the handoff goes to Wynn. Wynn to the edge, just short of the pylon.
Oh, that's good enough for a first down, though. We got a 1st and goal Tigers. And I think that initial bobble kind of froze the defense. And he had Martinez able to get that handoff just on a last split second there before the defenders got there. Wynn, with that speed, picks up the first down and more. So, a little unconventional here with the big pass interference and a couple barnyard plays, but Tigers knocking on the door.
Oh, geez, and bobbled snap. Looks like Martinez still has it. That would be a backbreaker if they were to turn it over here. Loss of 1.
It almost looked like Martinez was looking back to the backfield to his running back before he secured the ball from his center. Yeah, you just kind of feel like this is a must-have right here for the Tiger offense. I mean, still plenty of time, over 5 minutes left in the third, but just the way things have been going for this offensive unit, really like to see a score.
And Wynn gets about 2 back, brings up 3rd and goal.
When you spoke to the elusiveness that Vaughn Martinez has, wouldn't be surprised if they try a little, like a naked bootleg type of play, allow him to use his legs and give him that RPO option. Is he going to use his legs to get into the end zone, or is he going to flick it with his wrist and use his arm?
Ball on the 4-yard line. Martinez in a lot of trouble, and he's taken down for a monster loss.
Vandenberg again beating his guy. The top of your screen. We're gonna see a field goal, and yeah, that's a huge loss. He had a chip shot. Martinez trying to scramble, just nowhere to go.
Tice in for the field goal attempt.
So Caden Tice, former Osceola Bulldog and a linebacker, is going to give this a go. 36-yard attempt. It is blocked. Blocked by the defenders, and no points on the board for the Tigers on this drive. That's a tough way to see that one end.
Yeah, real tough break there, as they had 1st and goal inside the 5 and ultimately came away with nothing. And then a huge momentum type of play as Dordt's able to block the field goal. And Dordt's defense is still pitching a shutout, as that lone touchdown for Doane was due to their special teams and an early punt block, scoop and score.
Small pickup there on 1st. Seven-year score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15, and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
16. Ski-bout on the carry.
Ski-bout with the run. That'll bring up 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, now you're already starting to see a little bit of a situational football being played here by Joel Penner, head coach of Dordt University. Your strength is the running game. You're up 2 scores. Go ahead and lean on that running game and allow that clock to kind of run itself out.
Nice pass and catch. Levi Jungling with the reception for a defender 1st down.
You know what, I really like that play call there. Allowing your athletic quarterback, Cade McDaniel. The pass rush has been there consistently for the Doane Tigers. So what do? You run a little bit of a bootleg, allow him to get out of harm's way and deliver a ball downfield.
McDaniel is forced to throw it away. We might have a late hit here. There was a flag that came in late.
And either way, I really like the decision there for Cade McDaniel. Nothing was there, didn't want to force it, so he just let one sail out of bounds. And live to play another down. I think we've seen, other quarterbacks throughout this game maybe try and force one in there.
So we'll see what the call is here.
Officials trying to figure out where the spot is initially. So McDaniel broke the line of scrimmage there. Illegal forward pass. So I take everything back, Brandon. I disagree with McDaniel's decision to throw the ball down the field.
Announcing all the time. Mulligans are allowed. So, yeah, takes it all the way back now to the 28.
Well, obviously, McDaniel lost sight of where he was on the field, as did I. Illegal forward pass. Yeah, that's exactly what the officials were talking to each other and trying to figure out exactly where's the spot, where is this penalty going to be administrated from, and where does the yardage take it back to?
Second and 15. Another nice completion. That's Large with the catch.
Yep, Large just able to kind of meander his way to the middle of the field, settle down in the soft spot of that zone defense, and they get the yardage back they lost on the previous play.
Third down, about 7. Keeper for the quarterback, and he is gobbled up. Ball is out. There's a flag on the field as well. A lot going on right now.
I think it's going to be a holding call, but once again, Homolko, the big fella out of Wilbur, Nebraska, initially disrupting the play. I think he got his hands on the ball as well.
Tigers say it's theirs.
I think they got it too.
Here's another look at it on the replay.
I think it's Gooch Jr. who ultimately gets in there.
Now the officials still haven't signaled, and Dordt is saying, no, it's our ball.
Uh-oh.
Homolka's hands on his head, that's never good. We'll see here.
But the officials are, boy, it's hard to say. I can't, a lot of things are happening there.
And now we have an official going over to explain to Bessler, the line judge.
It's a holding. Defense, number 99. It's a 10-yard.
Oh, the defensive hold on a lineman is going to negate this.
And all I can think, and Barbazan, he's shrugging his shoulders like, what are we talking about here? And all I can think of is if you had Large, the tight end, trying to get out, but he was actually in pass protect. So he got locked up with an interior defensive lineman. I don't know. You don't usually see that call.
99.99% of the time, if it's a hold on the defense, it's in the secondary, and the secondary being tested here. Well, tough one for the Tigers.
Boy, that really was, and yeah, kind of an unconventional call.
Second and 10 at the 48.
Well, second down and 10. I formation from the pistol set, handed it off. There's a big tackle. Was that Barbazan?
That was. Barbazan's thinking to himself, I'll show you a hold. I'm going to hold on to this running back right here.
So loss on the play, another third down now. Another look thanks to Beatrice Community Hospital and Husker Rehab.
Boy, that defensive line just been disrupting everything that Dordt's been wanting to do here offensively.
And not enough for a first. Defenders will have to punt here.
Well, I just love the grit shown from that defensive unit for the Tigers. They had a big call go against them, a turnover, but they didn't feel bad for themselves. They didn't whine and complain. Bucked up and was able to get the ball back 3 plays later. Barring some shenanigans here on 4th down.
Under a minute to play here in the third. And that punt will be downed inside the 10.
Following the punt, the
That was Coons, the punter that time. And he's really kept this return unit off balance. I mean, he'll hang them high. He'll kick a directional one. That was kind of low into a spot. And it's worked out as that kind of pins this offensive unit inside the 10-yard line again.
Well, we're still scoreless here in the third. Dordt still with that 10-point lead. Tigers able to potentially build off an encouraging drive the last time they had the ball, although it ended with a blocked field goal. Martinez hands it off. And Butler, nice pickup. I don't know what's different, but the Tigers are seeing more success on the ground this half.
They really are. And a lot of times it's after that initial wave, defenders kind of blow by, whether it's L.J. Butler, Wynn, but these running backs have done a nice job of making the first man miss.
So you saw Aiden Mendoza hobble off the field. Ezra Moyer, a sophomore from right here in Crete, pops in his place, and that'll do it here for the third quarter. Still a 10-point game here at Al Papik Field. We'll be back with the fourth. You're watching college football on News Channel Nebraska.
Shop Columbus Motor Company during Jeep Adventure Days for that new vehicle. They have a great selection of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps for work or play, and Ram tough trucks that can handle any job you've got. And they have a 5-day money-back guarantee in case you're not completely satisfied. Stop by their dealership at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus or shop them online at columbusmotorcompanyne.com, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Beautiful day here in Crete, Nebraska, in the southeast portion of the state. The Doane Tigers trailing the number 20th team in the nation by 10. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen with you. Fourth quarter underway as the handoff goes to Butler. He rumbles forward. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was Moyer, the big fella, with a nice block. You also had Wasserman with a little bit of a kick-out block there, sealing the edge, allowing Butler to get to that edge. Good for a first down. You alluded to it. Final couple seconds there of that third period. This running attack is coming to life here for the Tigers.
Martinez chucking it up into double coverage. Fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
I think if you wouldn't have had so many defensive backs in the same area, that would have been intercepted, as you had the two safeties kind of converge on it, end up knocking out of each other's hands. Yikes.
Well, 2nd and 10. And Vaughn Martinez, the freshman, has come in since late in the second quarter for starting quarterback Witters. And again, Martinez having to throw that one away.
You can see a personnel change here from Dordt University. Going to go full coverage, it appears. 3rd and long. Additional defensive backs enter the game.
Again going up top, and Martinez overshoots Celestine. That'll be a 3 and out for Doane.
When I was watching Placid, he was the deep man there. He was the free safety that rotated back, getting very, very deep, stayed over top. And he was the man that had the best shot of that one, but yeah, that one was just sailed.
1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 3. You have this number. You've won one half of the pot, courtesy of 5 Sigma Tall. One more time. Red ticket 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 3.
So just 49 seconds into the fourth. Tigers running out of time here. Try to catch the defenders. There's still enough, but that offense is going to have to start clicking and start clicking soon. Now that is a very, very nice bounce for the Tigers.
Really is, and we've seen Kraus have his issues, you know, as a punter throughout this season. But boy, he's been on point here this afternoon.
Well, Crete football is brought to you in part thanks to Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits. Get the insight to your new favorite drink at Fisher's Beer, Wine, and Spirits, located on East Highway 33 in Crete. It's all you need to know.
In the spirit of this theme of this game, it's on the defense once again for Doane. Create a turnover, get a 3 and out, come up big.
Well, you have Ethan Thomas back in at quarterback, and he picks up a big run there on first.
That does alter what you want to do as a defense. When you have a quarterback that, you know, is kind of your passing quarterback, then you rotate in somebody like Ethan Thomas, who might be a little bit more of a gifted runner, and you have a certain personnel and got to make changes on the fly.
And a first down pickup. That is Josh Bush, his first carry, and he is a shifty back.
I'll tell you what, he really is.
5'6", 160, Andy, coming right at you.
Made a couple of guys miss, paid the price, big shot at the tail end there, but that was still good for the first down.
First and 10 at the 41.
So Bush is the fourth running back we've seen with a carry here for the defenders. They hand it off right up the middle with Trojan.
Number 22, Trojan. Tackled by number 15, Ty Martinson.
And now we're starting to see that rushing attack pick up those 4+, 5+ runs on first and second down.
This will be just short, bringing up a 3rd and 1. That was Skeeb out on the carry.
So yeah, this is where it really serves an offensive well, where you can kind of have that running back by committee scenario. You got fresh legs in there, as we saw 3 different running backs on this set of downs alone.
And Trojan, no, excuse me, that's Skeeb out again. Squirting right through the middle for a big pickup and another first down.
Yeah, and I think this is what you were afraid of if you're a Tiger fan, allowing this rushing attack to kind of get its legs underneath of it.
There goes Thomas. So quick to hit the hole. There's about 13 more.
Yeah, he just beat his guy to the mark, able to get the edge. And what I really like about Thomas is his ability to make up his mind and go with it. Just sticks his foot in the ground, gets upfield in a hurry.
Option pass. Thomas in trouble. Gets away from a couple defenders and up the sideline he goes for a short gain.
Thomas keeps the ball.
believe that was Austin Simons once again causing that initial pressure. Looks like he was going to come up with a sack, lost his feet, allowed Thomas to keep his feet, find the sideline, pick up 1 yard in the process. That's where those old ball coaches always tell you, keep your feet, keep your feet.
This one goes to Wellen. And another third down here.
Boy, and we've seen some battles on third down here this afternoon between the Tigers defense and the Dordt University offense.
Fans here at Al Papik Field urging on this defensive unit to come up with another stop. Here comes the pressure. And is that picked off? It is intercepted. And that is Wiggins with his second pick of the game.
Wiggins did a phenomenal job here getting underneath. He knew if something was going to happen, it would have to happen in a hurry because the pressure, the blitz was on. It forced Thomas to deliver that ball early. And the Tigers defense come up huge again. And I just kind of felt like Dordt was getting outside of themselves. They're running the ball so well. And then on first down, they go for a pass, scramble, get back to the, the original line of scrimmage, but it still just kind of took the rhythm away from that last offensive drive.
Long field here for the Tigers. Martinez, he needs to be careful. He is in the end zone. My goodness. I don't know how that just happened, but we're still playing. Payne finally knocked out near the 30. Andy, as a color guy, please break that down.
What is going on? And then Payne also made a couple guys miss after catching this ball, but look at this. Martinez should have been sacked for a safety on a couple occasions, still able to elude the rush and deliver a ball to Payne. That's a huge first down for this Tiger offense.
And Dordt has taken a timeout here.
They got to catch their breath after just that one play.
Well, it's a game of inches, they say, and that could have been catastrophic for Doane, but instead it's a big pickup. They're out of their own end zone and a chance to keep this drive going.
And you really felt like if Dordt could have put any points on the board that last drive, that would have been the knockout blow. That would have really sealed the deal, going up by 3 scores. A couple of field goals and a touchdown. But Doane's defense was able to create another turnover, give the ball back to their offense. I mean, it was down there, where they had to play out of their own end zone. But boy, did they come up with a play to get themselves out of trouble and really force the timeout for the defenders to kind of get their wits about them once again here.
All right, coming out of the timeout. 1st and 10 Tigers. And Martinez whips it in there to Celestine for 12 more.
So that's a pass right there from Martinez that I don't know if he makes early in the game. He was real decisive, knew where he wanted to go with the ball, saw what he wanted, delivered it in a hurry, right on time. And look, threaded the needle right through there. Excellent play.
Win with the carry. And he has room to run. All of a sudden, this Tiger offense has found its groove.
All it took was that one play for Martinez, just kind of ignite something here. And I love what's going on right now, this balance. You got the defense thinking pass, 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 hit him with a quick hitter, little counter run play to the top.
And Martinez was searching for Payne.
At the concession stand, we have
Boy, that was tight coverage.
pizza until sold out. $1 dogs and $1 pizza. 2nd and 10 at the 47.
Well, if you're Doane, you have a chance. With 9:31 to go in the fourth, I think you'll take it. Driving currently down by 10, hosting the 20th team in their nation. Back to Win, brought down at the 40.
Win on the carry. Gain of about 6.
And when you're dealing with the defense, such as Dordt's, where, you know, it's pressure. They like to blitz. They like to bring in exotic looks. How do you negate that? Quick hitters, fast developing plays. That was not happening earlier in the game for the Tigers. It seems as they kind of switched gears here in this fourth quarter.
That one incomplete, so a big fourth down upcoming.
It'll be 4th down and 4 for the Tigers at the 41.
Wide side of the field will be to your bottom of your screen. Would not be surprised to see Martinez kind of roll out. To that wide side.
And they're bringing pressure right up the middle. Martinez goes down. And a sack will give the defenders the ball back.
Yeah, give the young man a lot of credit. As he was trying to make something happen, but the pressure ultimately got home. Dordt really threw everything in the kitchen sink there as far as bringing a blitz package.
Well, a reminder, we are on Twitter at NCN Sports. Give us a follow. If you don't, you could be like the 8,000 plus people who enjoy our local Nebraska high school and college sports content at NCN Sports. Now, you should expect, Andy, to see a heavy dose of running here by the defenders to try to eat up some time.
And when the Dordt defenders kind of got outside of themselves that last drive, it's when they got away from the running attack.
There is Trojan breaking through to the second level. He's still going. Finally pushed out near the 25.
Yeah, big gain there for Trojan. And yeah, once he was able to get to the edge, easy pickup for the defenders' offense.
Now getting the call from the sideline. There's more room to run for Trojan. Close to another first down.
Yeah, I know those big fellas. Nathan Warner up front. A good push, moving that line of scrimmage forward here.
Thomas keeps it, and that will go down as an incomplete pass.
Kind of a horizontal shuffle pass. I mean, we really have seen about everything here throughout this game today.
Keeping us on our toes.
Creative quarterback play.
Yes, that's what we'll call it. So 3rd and short. Trojan right up the middle, another first down.
You see when he leaves his feet and he gets over a defender that's down, that's been blocked or what have you, he's so quick to get his feet back down on the ground and move forward.
Under 7 to play. Keep giving it to Trojan, and he lowers his shoulder and finds the end zone from 8 yards out, and Andy, that may just about be the knockout blow you were talking about.
Yeah, and Trojan was the bell cow as far as the running backs go, but we got to talk about Hayden Large there, number 87, with the block, sustained block downfield. He also had the block that sealed the edge on the big run earlier in this drive that kind of freed up Anthony Trojan when he got to the sideline.
And the PAT is good as well. So a big touchdown by Dordt, making it a comfortable lead here for the defenders in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll return to Al Papik Field shortly.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
My name is Bruce Smith, and I'm the city manager for the city of Ogallala, Nebraska. In cooperation and partnership with MPPD, we went out for proposals for a new solar farm. And with that solar farm, it'll allow citizens to buy a portion of the farm just to say that they have green energy and that they're helping the environment. I'm big on technology and trying to stay on the leading edge of technology. They're just a great partner overall in this community and helping the people of our community every day.
Welcome back. Kickoff to the Tigers and a nice return.
No laundry on the field. Play will stand.
Wiggins, number 12, stays. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 40.
Martinez has a couple receivers, and Celestine as well as Cooper were both there.
They really were. They had the step. I feel like if Cooper wouldn't have got his hands on it, Celestine might have been able to haul that one to the end zone, or at least been able to make a play on it.
Second down at 10.
Obviously can't discredit the effort there from Cooper, though.
And Martinez in trouble, and once again taken down.
Martinez is sacked.
Yeah, and when Doane gets in trouble, it's these slow developing plays, and the defenders for Dordt University really have been eating their lunch, all afternoon long. When the play goes 1,000, 2,000, now something has to happen, because once it gets to that 3, the defenders have been there.
That one almost intercepted. You had Kabongo on the coverage.
And you're going to have an illegal man downfield, and it just looked awkward when we saw that old lineman. And the pass might have deflected off of him. Oh boy, and Martinez looks shook up a little bit.
Well, the coach says, go back out there, Martinez, and looks like they're going to attempt a 4th down conversion.
4 wide. You got to think that L.J. Butler, the lone back, is in there for pass protect.
Martinez is going to have to throw it and unable to, and he is stuck and taken down.
Yeah, and Martinez is just really putting a tough spot there. You know, it's got to be a play where you give your receivers time to get downfield, and more times than not today, the defenders have been up to the challenge to apply that pressure and not allowing for a clean pocket or a pass to be delivered.
Deep ball. And that may have been caught. There's a flag down, but I don't know if it matters. Levi Jungling. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, just wow. As the defender was getting into juggling here, but juggling kept his eye on the ball. I don't know how he ended up with that. But I think they're going to go ahead and wave this one off. No, there's a little discussion down the field now.
Number 2, the penalties to call. Throw the play. Down. First and goal at the 5.
Another penalty before the snap.
I think that was juggling, trying to get a step there. Illegal procedure.
Following the penalty, it's first and goal at the 10.
And going up top. Missing.
There you go. On that occasion, Damon Brown playing with really good leverage, understanding where the receiver was trying to get to, kept that outside arm open.
Second down and goal at the 10.
You have Wellen in the backfield. He gets the handoff.
Carrying the ball, number 20.
And he's tackled short of the end zone.
Punishing style of runner. Yeah, we're going to have a third and goal here. And you almost feel like the defenders, they have 2 plays to get 2 yards here.
Well, nice job by that Tiger defense. That was Robinson.
Well, I think you bring out the field goal unit now, don't you?
And yep, that looks like that's exactly what the defenders are going to do.
Tip your cap to the Tigers defense once again. I mean, it looked like the defenders were on their way to a touchdown, but they come up with a play here, a play there, overcome a pass interference, and do not allow Dordt University to break the play and get into the end zone again.
23-yard attempt for Zachman. It's good. So the defenders now up by 20 with under 5 to play here at Al Papik Field. We'll be back.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Welcome back here. The defenders adding to their lead late in this one, now leading by 20 over Doane.
First and 10.
And Andy, I think the big thing is obviously the offense, while seeing some success here in this second half, has not been able to move the ball effectively. You're always going to have issues if you can't score.
Right.
But also I think there's some positive takeaways from what we've seen from Vaughn Martinez. He's obviously raw, but there's talent there.
Yeah, you've seen his elusiveness. You've seen him be able to get himself out of trouble. And if you can take the positives away from a game like this, you really do have a building block to move forward, you know, kind of like a stepping stone to move into the next game with. If Martinez is ultimately the quarterback you want to go with for the remainder of this season.
So that last play, a short pickup by Wynn. And Martinez, he'll tuck it.
Ooh.
Gets 2, maybe 3 more.
Martinez on the carry.
I think you'd still like to see Martinez limit those type of shots, though, as he's been getting roughed up here, especially in the second half.
3rd and 4 at the 33.
So under 3.5. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
We talked about in the pregame how this was the final game of a tough 3-game stretch against ranked opponents.
Yeah.
Things get easier, at least in terms of you don't have any more ranked teams on your schedule, and it'll all start next Saturday when they host University of Jamestown, a game we'll be here for. That's a real opportunity for the Tigers to get back in the win column.
It really is, and that was tough sledding these past 3 games, and then you kind of compound it with, you know, bringing a freshman quarterback into the mix here and trying to allow him to learn on the go.
Well, on 4th down, that's going to be pass interference, and the Tigers will continue this drive.
And that really has been the best offensive play for the Tigers, the deep pass interference calls. And what you're doing is you're really utilizing the speed from senior wide receiver Isaiah Celestine there, as it just seems like he's always able to get behind the defender, and they're left with no choice to either commit the penalty or give up a big gain or score. You know, now that I think about it, Brandon, it makes a lot of sense bringing Vaughn Martinez in, because if you play college football and you're a quarterback in Nebraska, I think if your name is Martinez, you're automatically the starter.
Hey, you know, that logic makes some sense. And Martinez hitting Wasserman there.
Wasserman on the reception, good for about
well
7.
done. I really like how they allowed him to move the pocket. He was running right, throwing right, looked very comfortable.
2nd down and 3 at the 45.
That one incomplete.
I thought that might have, you know, could have been a pass interference call. I thought a defensive back might have had a hold of the face masks there, or at least had his hand on Cooper's helmet as he was cutting to the inside of the field.
Including Rick Sports Information Helpers, Doane Cheer, Doane Dance, Thomas Doane Tiger, our mascot.
So it'll be 3rd and short. And Martinez again in trouble. Somehow gets away from it again. I don't know how he does it. That's an incomplete pass, but still, he looked like he was dead to rights.
I thought he was. The defender had him with both arms wrapped around him. He was still able to wiggle himself out of trouble. Eludes the rush, gets to the outside, and boy, allowed his receiver to go up and almost make the play. And those are the type of things that, you know, you just can't coach. You know, when a play breaks down, when things aren't going your way, you have a guy that can get you out of trouble, that can get, turn something out of nothing. And I think that's what they can see with Vaughn Martinez here.
Well, 4th down. Now that's going to be a 1st down. Nice play by the freshman.
Boy, and I really like his decision there to go ahead and slide. Save yourself another shot down the field. You already picked up the 1st down. Even if that was in the 1st quarter and it's a tight game, I still like the decision from my starting quarterback to go ahead and slide.
And he's going to potentially scramble again. Instead, had a Cooper, and Cooper was unable to make the catch.
And Cooper made that late adjustment, trying to go back to the ball, lost his footing. He got both hands on it, but man, that would have been a really difficult catch to make.
West sideline toward the south. Thank you, Dan and Val, for all you do for us. 2nd down and 10 at the 40.
So 2nd down and 10, 1:40 to play. These are valuable reps here for Martinez as the freshman continues to develop. Overshoots his receiver there.
We'd like to thank a very special person.
Yeah, they really are, and he got a couple series in last week against, a top 5 opponent and had a rough go of it, a couple of picks. You just kind of feel like at home here and a little bit closer of a game, a more welcoming atmosphere, if you will. He was able to really make some strides, especially since that 1st half up until now. And the playmaking ability, boy, that really does jump out at you.
Dropping that one off to Win on the swing pass.
Crazy Win on the reception. Gain of about 6. It's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 4.
Still 4th down. Win in the backfield alongside Martinez. And a pre-snap whistle. I think this will be against the Tigers.
Ball start, number 86, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
I believe that was a slot receiver trying to get a quick first step in there.
Following the penalty, 4th and 9 at the 39.
And that will be nope, not intercepted. Still a turnover on downs all the same. And we'll expect to see a couple of victory formation snaps here, and that should do it.
Right, and even if that would have been an interception, that's not one that you really put on Martinez. As you mentioned, 4th down, you got to throw it down the field and hope that something positive happens. And I've been impressed with what Vaughn Martinez has brought to this game. He did provide a spark there, just not quite enough firepower down the stretch to kind of hang in there with Dordt.
We talked about the fact that Doane hosts Jamestown next week. As for Dordt, they will face Mount Marty. And again, just one loss for these defenders, just 1 point in that loss.
Yeah, first game of the season to Midland, where they were up 17-0 with just 7 minutes left in the game. Wow, what a wild finish that would have been to have watched, losing 25-24.
That play will mark the last play of the game.
Well, that will officially do it as the defenders wind the clock down. Your final score in this one, 27-20. Dordt improves to 3-1. The Tigers of Doane dropped to 1-3. Don't go anywhere. Our post-game show just around the corner. We'll hear from Chris Bessler and our Tiger top performer here on NCN.
Have a great week, everybody.
The new Zollner Ford Lincoln wants to wish our area sports teams the best of luck this season, along with students involved in the arts. Zollner Ford Lincoln supports our area students. Remember Zollner Ford Lincoln when you need service, tires, or looking to upgrade your current vehicle. Zollner Ford Lincoln, North Highway 77, Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's You Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
Well, welcome back here to Al Papik Field. The Tigers fall to Dordt, 27-7. Let's take a look at our top plays of the game. Doane University hosting number 20 Dordt on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Al Papik Field in Crete, Nebraska. Would not be easy for the Tigers taking on the 20th ranked defenders, but early on, Tigers not in tip punt, going into the gut of Riley Heidoff. Cooper Bates scoops and scores. The Tigers are fired up. It is 7-0 Tigers, and this is some just great defense. You had Heidoff flying in for the tackle alongside Ryan Michael. This Doane defense is one to be reckoned with, and early on they were playing great. One of several interceptions. This one picked off by Dante Wiggins III as the defenders were driving down the field. Still a touchdown would be set up and scored by the defenders. Quarterback Ethan Thomas takes it in from 3 yards out late in the first quarter. It's 7-7 as we head to the second. And we have a defender field goal. Brett Zachman from 22 yards early on in the second puts Dordt up 10-7. And you had Witters unable to get away from a wave of defenders. We saw great defense by both units, really. But eventually Witters would be taken out, and the freshman in Martinez would be put in there. That is Vaughn Martinez, and he is picked off right before halftime. And this Dordt defense continuing to be very difficult to deal with. It would set up this touchdown by Anthony Trojan, who had a very strong performance, finding the end zone. Still 17-7. Celestine making a great catch here before halftime as the Tigers were trying to put points on the board. Unfortunately for them, they would be unable to do so. As we head in the third, a great drive is stalled out after a blocked field goal by the defenders. But this Tiger defense continuing to play tough. Wiggins with his second pick of the game as Doane hanging in there. But late on in the fourth quarter, the defenders would start to impose their will. Trojan finds the end zone again for the second time to really put the game out of reach. 24-7. Now you have the quarterback throwing it up, and this is a great pass from Cade McDaniel. And Levi Jungling, pass interference does not matter. He makes the catch, and he would end up setting up another field goal. Your final score, 27-7 in this one. Dordt improves to 3-1 with the win. Doane drops to 1-3. Well, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Tigers will be here next Saturday for a home game with the University of Jamestown. That is another 1 o'clock kick. Our live coverage will be here at 12:50. So we are looking forward to that one as the Tigers have a chance to bounce back. A little bit of a breather in terms of you're not playing a top 25 opponent like they have the past 3 weeks. And they're hoping that they can get on, or back in rather, the win column. Looking at some statistics, Trojan over 100 yards rushing. Again, those 2 touchdowns. He was the rushing leader in the game for the Tigers. Frazee Wynn leads them in the losing effort, 58 yards in the defeat. Vaughn Martinez, the quarterback who came in that second quarter, 12 for 32 with an interception. He passed for 139 yards. And Isaiah Celestine, the leading receiver for the Tigers, with 71 yards. Andy Klassen is down on the field. Let's check in with him.
Thank you, Brandon. Joined now by head coach Chris Bessler. Coach, you guys played a spirited effort. You're talking to your team there. Really proud of the physicality and the effort. Can you expand on that for us a little bit?
Well, I think our kids played hard all day. I was happy with how hard we played. You know, we came up short, so they made a few more plays than what we did. No doubt about it. You know, but I'm very happy with our effort.
I know you're the defensive coordinator, spent a lot of time on that side of the ball. Can you let us know what kind of went into the decision to bring in Martinez in that first half, as it looked like he was bringing another dimension to that offense?
You know, a feel thing. It was a feel thing. I mean, we're going into games, and both of those guys are going to play, and you know, Vaughn came in and did a nice job and controlled himself, and we moved the chains a little bit. So Zach did, you know, he had some really good plays there early as well. So just a feel.
You know, you talked about a lot of things that you did well, the physicality, the effort, and how close you guys are. Next week, homecoming, expecting a big crowd. What has to change to get back into that W column?
Yeah. Well, the effort and the physicality, that needs to remain constant. In fact, it needs to elevate itself a little bit. We got to execute better. You know, we left some plays out on the field, and if you're going to win ball games, you've got to make those plays. So that's what we need to do next week.
Well, talking about making plays, Dante Wiggins, today's Tiger top performer, he made some plays for you, a couple of picks. Can you tell me about his performance here this afternoon?
Yeah, Dante was all over the field. You know, he's played corner for us for the first couple games, and today he moved back to safety where he started for the last couple days, and he picked up right where he left off here last year. So very happy with how the level of play that Dante showed today.
Coach, thank you for your time.
You bet, thank you.
All right, let's bring in Dante Wiggins. Take me back to that last deep ball. I mean, that ball hung up in the air forever, and it just looked like you were the guy that wanted to go up and get it.
I mean, that's what we always taught. You know, the coaches always, you know, make an emphasis in practice. Go get at his highest point, and you're back there. Hey, that ball is just as mine as anybody else's.
Now, I was very impressed with the defensive effort here today from you guys as well. You got put in a couple of really tough spots, but you're able to keep your team in the game. What's the mindset that goes into that, you know, that mental toughness aspect?
I mean, we just got to work together and trust in each other. You know, make them snap it again. You mess up, that's okay. Make them snap it again. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on each other, and just play football. Play hard. Play for all 4 quarters. that's what it's all about.
Now, Dordt University, you know they have a bevy of running backs that really like to get to the edge. I was putting a lot on you guys, the safeties and the outside linebackers. A lot of pressure going to be on you guys. Man, you guys answer the call time and time again. What has to happen next week to pull off that homecoming victory at home?
I would just say just the little things. You know, everybody got something they can get better. Even I do. So just keep playing together and then believe that we can beat this team. We can beat every team. We just got to stay together.
Dante, thank you for your time. Congratulations on one whale of a game.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
You're watching the postgame show, brought to you by Ken's Use Safe Pharmacy in Crete, a Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Well, congratulations again to Dante Wiggins, our Tiger top performer with those 2 interceptions. And again, a good performance by that Doane defense while they come up short in this one. Your final score, 27-7. As always, a special thanks to our terrific camera crew, to Tyler Bersovsky in the truck, and the terrific job that they do. We will be back to more football broadcast on Thursday. Again, we will be at Seacrest for that contest between East and Millard West. So until then, thank you for tuning in. Another reminder, we'll be back here next Saturday for the Doane Tigers homecoming game against the University of Jamestown. For Andy Klassen, I'm Brandon Axamit. We'll see you on Thursday in Lincoln.